All right. Welcome back to the midweek blowout there. This is the midweek episode 102.
Mm,
How you doing there, fellas?
You?
This is great.
On this
Excellent.
day of mourning.
Yes. I was celebrating. I had the kids.
Mm, very good.
I'm doing well. Chilling.
I relax as well. It was a good day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get into it. So supposedly, details have come out about Ezra. I'm non-binary and white, so I don't take accountability for anything Miller. About this little cult that he had running, right? So supposedly in the cult, he would take care of, you know, all the sex. He would sort of just play women against each other and like belittle them and make them just go crazy just in front of everybody. And then he goes out to Iceland and he meets up with this native crazy, basically spiritual advisor. And the spiritual advisor starts calling him, the next messiah and feeding his ego. Comes back. Supposedly the Freemasons are after him. They're out to kill him.
Jesus.
Yeah. He'd just sit there and have just giant speeches for God knows why. He'd just he'd go through all this bullshit. Yeah.
It was
It was just
hilarious.
crazy. Supposedly he had an altar made of weed and bullets and flash figurines. So the
That
man
was the
didn't
most
lost it.
hilarious part.
Yeah.
That there, like just the flash figures, like weed, bullets, sage, like they're all kind of like shit you would expect on some low level altar.
Yeah.
The
Some
flash
washed
figures.
altar. Like there's no gold, there's no jewels, there's nothing there. He had weed and sage and flash
Yeah.
figures. You know what I mean? That's trash.
The flash figures just to top it all off. Like, can you
but
imagine him putting in that order? I'm gonna need weed, bullets, sage, and like Jasper the bear. Like, yes, yes. And he's like, and flash figures, and the motherfucker just like, say again.
Sorry?
you call it the fucked up thing. The reason why there's such a fucking like low level altar is because he could have just walked into the local Walmart and picked up all four of these fucking things whilst walking through.
Right. It looks like he grabbed random things off the shelf.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
Sage is good for cleaning out the spirits
Mm,
and shit like that. For someone that calls himself like he calls himself the the savior and the devil. You know
mm,
what I mean? Like he's not even consistent in what he's kind of picking, the path that he's picking.
Hmm.
What is he
idiot.
the messiah of?
Nothing. Bullshit.
He
Fucking hell.
really is a fucking maggot.
Yeah.
I don't mean that in like the rhyming sense. I mean it like he's a fucking worm. He just
Yeah.
needs to just stop.
He's an
WB needs
idiot.
to just hook this motherfucker off the stage.
Yeah, man. He needs to
You
get
know,
caught.
what do you call it? Zaslav needs to have the John Wick moment with him when he goes and he finds fucking Yosef. This is a nice jacket. And then just proceeds to fuck him up.
Because that's I threw him, beat him in the ass that day. Never the same again.
Fuck it, oh.
Done with this fucking guy. I wonder where it stops, eh? Like, at what point? Like, do we see Ezra Miller wielding like two fucking ARs? Like, yeah, let's go. Or is it done before that? Or is this shit all done? Or is he still holding up in the fucking the mountain?
Who knows?
Well, it just sounds like he played Far Cry 5 and then decided to make his own.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Fucking hell. Stop taking the LSD, mate.
That's what it is.
Lay off the acid.
He's had too many mushrooms. He's macrodosing. That's what he's doing. He's not microdosing. He's macrodosing. He's too much. Cut it back a little bit.
He's boosting these ones
Oh man,
for sure. So he doesn't know
Oh
when it
man.
hits.
eating them too.
Fucking hell.
Double hit.
Oh. Call this man IKEA because he just got shelves like that.
Shell that.
Speaking of shelving, so we all remember that when Doctor Sleep was on the horizon, and that shit was gonna be fucking epic, right? Like, everyone had big plans for this movie. It was the sequel to The Shining. Mike Flanagan was directing, who was sort of like this rising commodity back then.
Still is.
Oh yeah, Flanagan has stayed consistent and put out the fucking work.
Yeah.
But WB believed so much in the project, in Doctor Sleep, that they went, well, what else do you want to do in this universe, right? And Flanagan was like, you know what? Like, I want to do a story about Dick Halloran, the prequel years. So it was going to be a Shining prequel. It didn't have a title yet. I mean, you wouldn't have called it Young Dick, but it was going to star Carl Lumbly, who played the character Dick Halloran in Doctor Sleep, and
Nice.
he did a fucking phenomenal job. I mean, he didn't Scatman Crothers like Scatman Crothers, but he got fucking close.
The that story that he's telling about his grandfather and all that's in the book, man.
Yeah.
That shit is scary as hell.
And that's what would have been fucking mad to see, because like Danny.
I was gonna say Toby.
Like Danny, he had to like sort of figure out what the fuck it was, but lucky for him, he had his grandmother who knew that shit and was able to kind of tutor him through that. So that would have been cool to see. Carl Lumbly would have returned into the fray to frame the picture. So I don't think that it would have been him the whole way through. It would have been someone else playing him through the years as well. I'm sad that we didn't get it, man, because this movie was $45 to $55 million in budget, right? And it only made $75 million. I know we say that so fucking lightly sometimes, 75 mil. But it wasn't enough for WB to have confidence that any sort of prequel would have worked.
This movie came out at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they were to have released Doctor Sleep on a streaming service on their HBO Max platform, mate, we would have had 8 sequels by now.
Oh man.
And a show.
And a show.
And then the competing show on like Universal or something on Peacock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would have been huge.
Yeah, it would have been.
They dropped it around now, like that Halloween fall sort of time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you reckon if Flanagan did make this work as a streaming title, that maybe King would have like had the rights to like just exclusive HBO material?
I'd never do
King
that.
kind of has. Like, WB are the first ones to kind of jump up and snap up his material. It's only now that Netflix has jumped in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That it's really been sort of WB, Netflix kind of sharing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wish this went ahead. Anyways, even if they dropped that budget to like a $20 million picture.
This is it's that what you're paying there is streaming price for movies, man. Like that's standard now. WB can still do this if they wanted to. If they
did.
to.
There he goes. It blew.
Yeah. You know, the Flanagan continues, doesn't it?
Oh man. Oh, of course. This is a Flanagan flavored fucking episode.
Flanagan flavored flange.
But on the heels of the past, we now have the footsteps of the motherfucking present. We just got Netflix with their Mike Flanagan's Midnight Club. The trailer just dropped for that shit. So this is about like, you know, this girl, she finds out she's terminally ill and she has cancer and there's no chance that she's going to survive it. And then she finds out about this fucking hospice. And you see her going through all that and she meets all these other kids who are also terminally ill. And then they build this thing called the Midnight Club where all of them come together at midnight and they start telling ghost stories to each other.
Mm.
Sounds fucking cool. But then they also make like this like agreement with each other that they'll try and contact each other, like, you know, from the grave as well as one of them each keep going. But then other shit starts happening too. It's giving me like Flatliners vibes too. Where
Yeah, this is
like
like
they go,
yeah, it's like Dead Poet Society meets Flatliners.
Mm.
yeah. But this looks fucking cool, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like fucking I was watching the trailer on my other monitor earlier today and I was like, this though. But
It
no.
does look pretty freaky.
Yeah.
This is the
But
Christopher
it
Pike one, yeah?
yes.
Yeah.
So when I was like watching the trailer for this gave me the same vibes as like Haunting a Blight Manor and Haunting a Hill House and shit like that. That same sort of fucking look and feel. So I'm expecting some freaky shit to go down.
Yeah.
Some freaky deaky.
He was in that Gerard's game.
Fucking what's her name from Freddy? Heather Langenkamp's in here as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
Did see the Langers.
Mm.
Yeah, we got one of the godmothers of horror in here. It's fucking
Yeah.
cool. But this looks fucking mad. I'm hanging for this. This comes out October 7th as well. I think that there's like another thing coming out on the 7th too.
There's a fuckload of stuff coming out. We
Mm.
got
Yeah.
this, and we got Hellraiser coming out.
Mm.
Bro. Fuck.
Heather Langenkamp was like one of the first final girls, eh? I think Jamie Lee was the first
Oh, yeah.
because Halloween came out in like 79. And What's
Yeah.
His Face came out in 84.
I mean, would you consider the chick in Psycho the final girl as well? Because she was
No,
kind of
because
the
she
first.
she wasn't the last. She's not the only person there.
Anyways,
Huh?
continue. I need to fact check because I remember. Did they kill the boyfriend she was leaving? Or?
In where?
Psycho.
They're the cops there with her. The final girl at the end. It's always at the end. It's not the first girl. It's the final girl.
I know. There's a final
Cops
girl.
there with her, and then doesn't he hustle him down the stairs or something?
No,
Because
I
he's
think- I
like
think- I
he's
think
he's
she, like,
handcuffed at the
deals
end
with
of that
him.
movie, smiling.
Yeah, at the interrogation with the cops.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like she's the one that sort of I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I was gotta go back, check it out.
Check through my mental Rolodex. All right. So Charmaine Obaid Chinoy has signed on for this movie called Brilliance. So this one we don't know anymore, but it was supposed to star Will Smith. It's based on this novel by, what's his name? Marcus Saki. And it's about the 1% of the population that's born in the future. They're called brilliants because they're gifted in something. They could be maths or something like that, or other traits. So Will Smith plays this federal agent who is he's tasked with tracking down another brilliant person. His brilliance, I want to say, is that he can sort of watch people's mannerisms and all that sort of stuff, and watch their body language, and basically know what they're gonna do next. So he's tasked with hunting down this other guy that's could bring about the end of the world, basically. Yeah. So yeah, it sounds pretty cool. It sounds interesting. Akiva Goldsmith wrote this, so Smith's all over it.
Yeah.
What's His Face was like the biggest hit in the world, man. I Am Legend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That killed it.
Yeah.
It kind of sounds like Equilibrium a little bit. That
Yeah. What's it called? Fahrenheit 45. What?
yeah,
Yeah.
where they've got a
Suppress the.
yeah, or but they also have to smoke that motherfucker out.
Yeah.
The resistance. Yes, yes.
Bro, what do you call it?
Put this through on your end and you smoke him out.
When you think about it, that equilibrium, fucking Frozen might have taken apart from equilibrium with the whole concealed unfeel bullshit.
You know, it was funny. Like I had to the cover of this mic. Like if you leave it up, it shines blue, so it looks like I'm in a J.J. Abrams movie. You can see
The lens flare. Oh man. I hope Smith comes back for this. Right?
Yeah.
should.
Because this has been a passion project for years that he's been trying to get off the ground.
Hmm.
So, like, no doubt the concept's been kind of locked down. He knows how he wants to play it. Even the fucking character sounds like Smith.
Yeah, yeah. It also feels like, you know, if he wanted to, he could go to a streamer with this one. Netflix would buy this.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Come on
Or
now.
why not just set it up at Apple? I mean, I know Apple's kind of like tossing up what they're going to do with Emancipation, but
Nah, no. It's not tossing up. They know what they're gonna do. They're waiting. They've probably got a PR stunt and everything ready to roll out.
you know, I wouldn't be mad if Smith still got nominated for Emancipation.
I hope he does,
Like,
because that means he's putting the work in. I'm not mad about the work. It's just, you got to chill those tendencies that you got. Just go out there and put the beats on everybody.
yeah, I know.
Will Smith is like the new Tory Lanez.
Oh,
True. Fucking, he was Will Smith in the studio and in the home.
He should
damn.
have been bloody Will Smith at home.
Yeah, he should have been. Should have been. Damn, Tory Lanez. I was right there. I thought Tory Lanez was the new R. Kelly.
No.
Oh god,
He
I
just
don't know.
recently. It's funny that we're talking about it because he just recently put the beats on what's his face, August Alsina, and
oh
August
shit.
Alsina was the that was tapping Jada.
Yeah.
So like he just he beat the shit out of that.
Really?
Yeah. There was audio released, no video yet. Supposedly, Tory's camp has all the video, but you can't release that video, right?
No, you can't.
Because you're gonna get sued.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this idiot just lost his place touring. So he was doing this big R&B sort of show, August Alsina and all these other people,
Yeah.
and yeah, he just the promoter kicked him off the tour now. So
As you
man
do.
just lost money like an idiot, putting the beats on August Alsina.
Beat the brakes off him. August, I'll see you
Yeah.
on site.
I wish that Tory yelled out, "This is for Will," and then just went.
So we got our first like full on trailer for the Hellraiser movie that's coming to Hulu.
Yes, sir.
I saw him look back at his security and just say "for Will" and then rush in like Aragorn.
No, it's just got that hair, that straightened little.
That's fucked. Instead of the Ghost Army, it's like Uncle Phil and all that fucking coming back.
So yeah, we got that first trailer for Hellraiser. It had some of the familiar tunes from the original there, some of that original score come through. It shows Goran Visnich. I want to say his name is Visnich.
Ivanisevic,
I don't know if it's it.
the tennis player.
No, it's not Goran.
Oh no, it's that other. Yeah, I know who you're talking.
The EO.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The boys that got his head blown up.
Yeah,
Goran Visnich. Yeah.
Yeah, it is Visnich. So he plays like a curator type thing, and he kind of enlists people to open up Lemoshan's box, figure it out so that he can sort of get access to the Cenobites.
Hmm.
So this has been a return from the last movie, which I think was Bloodline, something like
Yeah,
that.
Doug Bradley wasn't even in that one.
Nah, he
He didn't
wasn't.
even
Yeah.
sign on. He was like, "No, thank you."
Um, so it looks like a complete reboot where they start from the ground up and they try to sort of explain everything. There's a new design to Le Marchand's box,
Mm.
where it's like longer now.
Uh, it depends at what what stage the box is in, right?
That's true, but
Because
they
it does stretch out, and
but
because
they never showed that in the other one. Like
yeah,
it did change, but it changed within that square formation. Whereas this, like it looks like it extends. It sort of goes
like a
back to the square. It changes shapes. It does all sorts of shit.
Mobius. It's like a Mobius strip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we got a real look and like listen to Jamie Clayton who plays Pinhead in this one,
Mm.
and she looks fine.
It's the I don't care
Yeah.
that she's a
The
woman.
character
It's
looks
the
fine.
character.
The voice itself
Mm.
as well sounds pretty layered. It sounds like there's that feminine voice underneath, and then there's like a
Hmm.
more gravelly kind of ethereal sounding voice.
Doug Bradley's.
You reckon?
I reckon he's in a. It has to be like they've taken both of their voices somehow and put them together because she sounds
Yeah.
so much like him.
Yeah, that's true.
Hmm.
Even like the speech patterns and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
if Bradley's on the track,
Mm.
it's a heater.
I was I was waiting for the "we have so much to show you."
Mm.
Yeah. But we did get the religious overtones. Like, what do you pray for?
Yeah.
Whereas they themselves, like, they pray for pain and suffering and that debauchery and shit. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that angle. Like these O's love that shit.
Yeah.
Whereas, so
Yeah.
so for us, we're like, she's praying for death for sure. This motherfucker is like, just kill me now. Like when those chains with the hooks come out, miss
Yeah.
me with all
Oh
that.
man, Jesus, take the wheel at that point.
I was
It's
just
always
like, I'm not there. Just have to ninja vanish.
yeah. Always like the hooks and whatnot through the Achilles, and I'm like, no, thank you.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And
fuck
hang
all that.
people up like that, and I'm like, yeah, nah. You keep your box paws.
Anything to do with an Achilles fucks me up. Pet
Mm.
Cemetery,
Yeah,
fucking I Saw the Devil. I Saw the
yeah,
Devil fucks me up to this day.
yeah,
I still wince through that too.
yeah. Because that's the struggle one. They didn't catch that motherfucker by surprise. He
Mm.
soared into that
Nah.
shit.
Yeah.
But overall, I'm impressed with the trailer.
Mm.
Yeah.
The
Is go on.
the Cenobites themselves and how they kind of revealed,
Mm.
it looks really cinematic. Like it doesn't look like a streaming movie. Like in a streaming
Hmm.
movie, that shit would have been great and you would have seen them motherfuckers. But this had like the slow reveal with the lighting, very sort of intentional on when, how, like what lighting that they're showing these guys. So
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm liking what I'm seeing, man. Like Hulu's doing a lot these last couple of months.
True.
Is Clive Barker's making this one? Yeah,
Yeah, he's producing this one.
he's producing this one.
Hmm.
Yes,
So they
yes, yeah,
had that O on hand.
yeah. Which is
How do we kind of
always
do
good.
this? And yeah,
Yeah. Clive Barker will probably give you the biggest rundown as well, so you can't fuck it up.
yeah.
Also,
I,
I was going to say, I looked before. 2018 was the last Hellraiser movie to come out.
It was Bloodline.
Judgment.
Judgment.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Bloodline. Judgment. Bloodline was like the sixth one. Judgment's the 10th one.
What is the one that's in space?
that was Bloodlines.
Uh,
I'm pretty
Four?
sure that was Bloodline.
That was Bloodline.
Yeah, but I
Because
think
for
that
some reason that guy is just telling Pinhead a story.
yeah, and that's like the last time I think Bradley was in there
Mm.
was Bloodline
Mm.
because I think
so,
that one had his origins or something.
Yeah.
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 So it's like, so we got the fourth one is Bloodline, and then it's Inferno, Hellseeker, Deader, Hell World, Revelations, and then Judgment.
Yeah, I dropped out after 4.
Yeah, that wasn't.
I haven't even watched 3.
Three is pretty good.
For real? Damn
Yeah.
it.
3 is like
I've only
Hell
ever
on
watched 1
Earth,
and 2. Yeah.
and the O shooting CDs.
Yeah. Yeah. It was still cool though.
Yeah. It had that feel,
Mm.
that
Yeah.
dirty kind of inescapable feel, like those old
Mm.
horror movies used to. Like they were
Yeah.
never clean,
Yeah.
like Judgment Night. I just
Just
get
that.
I was
scared
going
to
to
go
bring up the
Judgment.
Judgment Night.
Yeah, because of the aesthetic and the feel of that movie, it's like you can't
Sure.
escape it.
Because
Yeah.
like that could happen to anybody.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah. Took the wrong turn that night.
Yeah, Hellraiser, this new Hulu Hellraiser drops October 7th as well.
So it's
Yeah.
it's a movie.
Yeah,
Mm.
I thought it was gonna be a series. This
that's what this was saying last episode.
yeah.
That there was 2.
Yeah.
There is 2.
Yeah, but the series has halted.
Okay.
Remember how
Mm.
like they just like went, oh yeah, we haven't got anything new to report, and then all of a sudden, the movie started picking up momentum. But we do have this movie coming out, so I don't know what's kind of happening with the show. I'd like to see both.
Same.
Mm.
Same with the Nightbreed show. Where the fuck's that at?
True. I just need to do all this shit. Do it properly. Just keep it all at Hulu. Get it done.
Mm.
For our last piece of news, one of the biggest flexes I've heard in Hollywood history in a very fucking long time. So back when fucking Avatar 1 was coming out, James Cameron was having this fucking meeting with the executives, and they were like, look, Jimmy, there's this one bit in here that we just don't like, and we want you to take it out. Fucking James Cameron wasn't having a fucking bar, right? Because it was a key sequence for the whole fucking film, and they just weren't happy with their official runtime for the movie. So James Cameron said, see all of this lot that you're in this building that's worth $500 million? That's Titanic's money. I made this happen. So I get to do this. So James Cameron completely flexed Titanic on all these motherfuckers, and they were like, yeah, fuck, he's got a point. But then, shortly after Avatar comes out, they were thanking him for fucking, like, not budging on that shit. Because you can see with Avatar, so apparently it was like Ikran related, and it became one of like the bigger parts of everything there. So, it's good that we got to see it. But fucking hell, James Cameron is the one man that you just can't fuck with.
Oh, no way. That was just like he's too knowledgeable and shit. He's like,
Yeah.
just remember where your bread's buttered, mate.
I know.
Basically,
Fucking
so,
hell.
I mean, he's made what? 4 movies? 5 movies?
Hmm.
Terminator, Terminator 2, Aliens, Titanic,
True Lies, The Abyss.
True Lies, Avatar,
The Abyss.
The Abyss. 7 movies.
Yeah.
Peter Jackson's made more money, not more money, but more films than him, and he still doesn't have that pull. This is Cameron.
But he didn't make the biggest film twice.
No, he did not. Tried to.
Yeah.
It looked like it.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
Did make
If you counted all 3 movies.
It's true,
Like-
actually.
It leads into that, like, where they said in the article, they're like, hey, James Cameron can be a bit hard to deal with. I'm like, is he hard to deal with, or you're just fucking not sitting right with what he's saying because what he's saying is right and you feel attacked?
Probably that. But I did like that when he went, well, you made an investment in this movie, so I'm protecting your investment, even if it goes against what you're saying. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
he's on point and he's on brand.
Yeah.
And it paid
He,
off. So it just like gives weight to everything that he says.
Yeah.
Cameron usually knows what he has. He's not going to go
Yeah.
out there and say it's the best movie ever and it's trash.
True.
Even
call
though
it
he
a-
did say that about Genesis.
Doesn't count. He didn't direct it. If Cameron had directed that movie, and he would have more than likely written it too. Do you know how much better that movie would have been?
Oh yeah, 100%. But he endorsed it, and the
He
endorsement,
endorsed it.
like the endorsement, says a lot.
Hmm.
Same with Dark Fate. However, having rewatched Dark Fate, we slept on that. We as a film community slept on that.
I like that movie.
Same,
I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
same.
I hate Genesis. Absolutely hate it. But Dark
Really?
Fate, that's my man's.
See, I'm about to throw Genesis on again, but Dark Fate was the truth, and we
Yeah.
let it slip by. People, pat
Dark
yourselves
Fate
on the back.
fucking.
Film Twitter.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I'm buying that movie.
True. Pretty cool. That's all. The only other time I've ever like heard of like, you know, fucking a director just like pushing back. I'm sure there's a lot of them, but it was Matt Reeves with the fucking apes for fucking his two that he did. Because when he was doing, is it War? War's the last one, yeah?
Yeah,
Yes.
When they were directing War, they were like, oh, shouldn't you do this, this, and this? And he was like, well, you asked me to direct this movie and I'm directing it. And I think that this is how it should be.
there's a lot of directors that don't win that fight.
No. You
No.
got to be Ridley Scott or James Cameron to win that fight,
Yeah,
or George Lucas.
yeah,
True.
yeah. But that's only after.
But George way because he was smarter than the studio.
Hmm.
No worries, I'll take nothing on all this these film, on just the one film, but I want 100% of the merch. Yeah, no worries. Makes nearly George made damn near $1 billion in that deal.
Yeah,
Just
and
for the
continues.
one Star Wars movie.
Yeah. Did you know that the editor makes 2% of the grosses?
Mate,
Hello. Like wow. Like you get paid for the time that you spend editing, but you also get a percentage of the back end.
who edited Avatar? Someone who's not editing anymore.
I respect that just
2.8
hangs his
billion.
gloves off.
2.2% of 2.8 billion is a lot of money.
Yeah. That's I don't need to fuck around and go to work anymore money.
That's why I'm saying it's like he's not around anymore.
Christopher Boys. Yeah, that's his name. Re-recording mixer, supervising sound editor, and sound doesn't. No, wait, no, sorry, my mistake. There's a lot of editors here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. So what did you guys think of the old She-Hulk there?
It was good as a self-contained episode. My main problem with She-Hulk still remains that there is no overarching like villain. There's no plan. We're not going anywhere. We're just experiencing life for Jen.
It's weird because she said it's mid-season.
Yeah,
Is it 12 episodes of this shit?
yeah. 12 episodes.
is there?
Yeah.
Fuck.
How are you still hanging on there, Mr. Rule of Three? I do not fuck with she.
I just don't fuck. I fuck with She a lot. I just don't fuck with She-Hulk. It's like the men hating in here is crazy. They basically painted all women out to be whores, right? With that whole marriage scene because everybody just wanted to get paid. Bloody what's his face? They told everyone that women, basically all women are bridezillas. They're all Karens. The way that her friend was acting at the party.
You know, I would have thought that Jen would have had a lot more backbone to say, "No, I'm not coming to your wedding. Like, don't feel obligated to make me your bridesmaid. Like, how dare you even like assume that I would go
Yeah.
like with your shitty message?" But you know, story demands. Yeah. She was
Just turn
there.
around and say I'm She-Hulk, bitch.
Yeah,
Like that's all I want.
Yeah.
Grow some balls.
Yeah, I'm guessing that that's going to be the character arc, even though that they haven't kind of alluded to that. It's more being this build up of, I, like these are all my issues. Know what I mean? So I'm hoping the show kind of goes somewhere because we're 6 episodes in. The biggest thread that we have through it is Titania,
Yeah.
and that kind of like I think went to a head this episode.
Should be
Yeah.
should be done.
Hope
Titania was trash anyway. I'm looking forward to like is that adamantium? Is it vibranium? Like what is it?
the suit.
No. The knife thing that they
Oh
got
yeah,
now.
yeah. Who is that? Who is that? See, that's like the other thing, and it's just you're 6 episodes in.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Get this shit moving. You know what I
It has
mean?
to be the kingpin, B.
Because I'm happy to watch like Walters do her thing. You know what I mean? But I need
Yeah.
6 months of that. Then let it be Days of Our Lives,
Yeah. It's true.
and I
Give me
will
an
catch
episode
it
every day.
every week.
Yeah. But it has to be someone within Daredevil's rogues gallery. It has to be the kingpin because Daredevil has to show up. And it's weird that Daredevil. Why is Daredevil in L.A. instead of New York?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That makes no sense.
Is she in L? She is in LA.
She's in L.A. She's a West Coast Avenger. B. See what they're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a West Coast Avenger.
Oh fuck.
Maybe she goes to New York in the next episode. Let's hope.
Maybe.
And then she meets the Daredevil.
Mm.
Because, yeah, it's dragging on a bit. You know
I'm
what I
kind
mean?
of only watching until Daredevil comes up. That's all I want to see.
You watch them give a whiff of that ass that, like, Daredevil's going to show up before the 12th episode again.
Like,
You'll be watching.
well, she needs to put on a suit because she's fighting him in a suit in that what's his face.
Yeah.
Just like I don't even need to see Daredevil. Just show me Matt Murdock.
True.
Yeah. Hopefully they go head to head in a trial.
Yeah,
That'll be cool.
but she would have to be in New York.
That's all right. Yeah.
We've
And
established that he's in New York in Spider-Man already.
yeah, they need to say you're going to New York to like trial this case. Go to trial. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Then we're done. We'll see. It can only get better from
oh, you'd hope so. You know, all those women took no accountability for their part in that fucking marriage. None of them. It was all the man's fault, supposedly. The
That was
women
pretty
don't even
dirty
know
what
how-
he did though. That was dirty.
He must have done something right for them to fucking fall in love with them and have kids and all that other bullshit. Don't fucking talk about that. It's like, no.
Only one of them chicks had kids.
Yeah, but still.
A kid. I didn't even know the O could reproduce, really.
Yeah.
Connor McLeod couldn't lay them. But then
No,
he
no,
could.
he could.
Did he
Once
not
you're
say
that-
that?
It's weird because once you're the only one around, once you are the one, they can only be one. Once you are the one, then you can actually reproduce.
Jesus.
Maybe that's why there's a massive explosion at the end when you do become the one, because your fucking balls have untied.
You're not shooting
true.
blanks anymore. If you want to talk about a show that is just like plodding along and kind of like going at like a snail clip, you know what I mean? The Patient.
Mm.
This show is like, all right, we're going. Oh wait, he actually killed a guy. Okay, cool. The fuck, we waited so long to get there?
Really?
Yeah,
This
But
makes
then-
me not want to watch the show, my friend.
it's a bit of a drag, to be honest.
You're a real fucking drag, you know that?
It's not even like Carell's putting on a fucking powerhouse. Like Gleason's in there and he's turning in solid work, but Carell's like, I'm trying to be calm. So he's only like one flavor fucking Neapolitan.
A fucking flavor set.
So I'm like, I want to see what's next.
Hmm.
Really. Like, okay, he's killed the guy. Where does the therapy go to next? Will he kill the mother now? Is he gonna go kill his ex-wife?
Were the therapy scenes in Silence of the Lambs and Red Dragon better?
100% better. 1000% better. That actually had fear attached to it. This is just, it's just boring. You know, for once I would actually say, hey, like, give me a flashback. And I never say that. But
Give me
in this,
something
I
other than
want you
this
to show me.
fucking room.
Tell us about your watching experiences there, BD, with the Midnight Mass and Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah. Yeah, I binged that whole fucking Midnight Mass. It was fucking excellent.
Good
It
man.
was real fucking good. Ever since Yo's was talking about it, I was like, you know what? Fuck. I watched that shit, and it was fucking excellent. It's fucking rough, this show, but fuck, it was good.
Disso hasn't finished it.
I'm like halfway through.
Damn, dog. I just don't want to be spoiling this too, because this shit fire. But look, overall, it was a great fucking show. Like, fucking, I wasn't expecting only 7 episodes, but it hits. It was fucking good. Ended where it needed to fucking end.
Some of those episodes are really long, though.
The last 2 were an hour and 7 and an hour and 10.
Nice.
Fucking long as hell. But no, Jujutsu Kaisen 0. What a fucking movie, champion. so,
What a film.
so, so this one. So the first season of Jujutsu Kaisen comes out, and fucking they announced the fucking season 2, which is only coming out 3 years after the first season came out, mind you. But
Jeez.
fucking this movie is a prequel and actually leads, like, it sets up season 2. So this whole fucking story is about this kid named Yuta Okatsu, and he's cursed by this fucking spirit, right? Because fucking Jujutsu Kaisen is all about these sorcerers who use, like, cursed energy. Some families are born with it, some aren't. Fucking, and they can, like, you can, like, imbue weapons with cursed energy and shit like that, or you just have martial arts, which fucking has cursed energy attached to it. But fucking thingy, this kid, his best friend when he was little fucking dies in this car accident. It's this girl, and they had this, like, strong emotional connection. They were talking about getting married and shit, and then fucking that girl fucking possesses him, or fucking haunts him, I should say. So he's walking around with this chick all the time, and anytime anyone, like, he gets bullied by anyone, this chick comes out and just fucking kills everyone. You see, like, these 3 kids in this classroom push him into this window, and then all you see is these fucking arms come through the window, and then just blood everywhere seeping out of this fucking closet. Fucking rough. Some of the maddest fucking fight scenes in this and everything, and it was like an hour 45, this movie. I was expecting, like, a short anime movie, but it was fucking, and it flies too. But the fight scenes were fucking top notch in this. So good. Fucking, I showed you that, I sent you those that TikTok before. It's like that with every single fight scene, and it wasn't like just, there's one big fight scene at the end. From the start to finish, they, like, peppered fucking set pieces all the way through that hour 45. There's this guy named Toge, and he's got cursed speech, so he's got these tattoos on his fucking mouth. It's just Tourette's the whole time.
Immediately went to Oma.
Oh fuck! But what do you call it? So whatever he tells you to do, you have to do it. So you see him and, like, you fucking, this demon that's kind of rough, kind of sus there. But fucking this demon comes up and he's like, crush, and you see this thing just fucking implode and then just, it's fucking cool though, man. Yeah. But like, this, it sets up everything for season 2 because the manga's already out, and it leads into season 2. So it sounds like there's going to be some fucking crazy shit in there. Because, like, that kid starts to learn how to use a katana, and you see him fighting this guy at the end with that, because it's like, it spans over 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
And then he's just a bad motherfucker at the end. But
Jesus.
So, if you wanted to start the show, could you start here, or it's best to start season 1?
Best to start season 1 because some of the characters established in the prequel you need to know about before getting into it. Otherwise, you have no explanation about what they do.
Ah, okay, right.
Yeah.
Very
There's like
good.
inside jokes and all that shit. But nah, this was fucking mad. Came out on Crunchyroll Thursday. Awesome. I wish I saw this at the movies when it came out.
Hmm.
Very good.
This is my TED talk.
So what do you think the old House of the Dragon there, my friend?
House of the Dragon was good. It was good. It was a bit treacherous there. That Damon is a dirty dog.
There's something wrong with it. He's a proper Targaryen, that man.
Yeah. That shit with the horse, that was fucked up.
I love that she's still like, I knew you couldn't finish. I was like, get him, bitch.
That
She
was
gonna, like,
wild,
stab
man.
him or something.
Yeah.
Like, just stab him or something.
You'd wish she had like a special call for the horse to come over and just like stamp him to death. Yeah. Like the trample request.
Yeah.
The John Wick's where he slaps the ass.
She wasn't slapping anything.
Do you know
Like,
how hard you'd have to hit that horse to make it do that?
yeah.
Fuck.
But yeah, the what is going on with Viserys, man? What's he got?
I always thought it
Is
was
it dragon
grayscale.
scale? Dragon scale?
Dragon scale. That's it.
Is
not
it leprosy?
Grayscale was fucking printing.
Grayscale is the TVs as well. Is it leprosy? I've heard people say it's leprosy.
It could be leprosy as well. I'm worried for Alicent, to be honest.
Yeah.
But he's losing appendages. He's like fucking got like marks on him. His flesh is rotting away. Like dragon scale solidified the skin, so it was like scales.
Yeah, but Jorah got dragon scale had just started within a week. This has been going on now years.
Yeah.
Can't be dragon scale.
It must be leprosy then, but it's fucked up.
Or he's being poisoned. I think that man is being poisoned, B.
Oh, that'd
There's
be
some-
kind of dirty. Doesn't maybe by the maester.
Yeah, there's something in that in the throne that's killing him.
Yeah. Or make you look go bad. Maybe the lead in the swords.
Yeah. Because it's all it's all where he's sitting and resting,
Yeah.
right? All of his scars and the cuts and whatnot that he's getting from the throne, and yeah,
I haven't read the book,
that me neither.
so I don't know what's happening. What's coming. But yeah, Game of Thrones weddings is wild. Someone always dies, and in this one, like, shit got wild. I mean, it started pretty wild with the horse and basically killing that chick.
She's a lady of the Vale,
Yeah.
essentially. Like, it's one of Katrin's bloody, great aunts or something.
Yeah, or John Aaron's.
John Aaron, sorry, yeah. Frozen.
When they
And he's back.
when they kind of like meet for the first time and discuss, hey, like this is what it's gonna be like.
Mm-hmm.
And
You do your thing, I'll do my thing,
Yeah.
and we're married now. And
basically, yeah, like she knew that he had a secret. And
it's not
yeah.
that much of a secret because his mother and father knows about it as well.
that's yeah. I mean, it's wild that we in like the 21st century look back or are looking at it and it's supposed to be historical and they're like, oh, he'll grow out of it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean that compromise that Viserys and Valerion make. What was
What
crazy?
compromise? There's no compromise there.
But like when they're born, what
Yeah,
name will they have? And he's
yeah.
like, yeah, Valerion. But
But
when they ascend the throne, there'll be a fucking dragon on that throne for
but when
sure.
it counts, they will be Targaryens. Is basically what he said.
Yeah,
That
when
sick
it's important.
bastard. Oh God.
I mean, that's like the end of the beginning, or the beginning of the end, really. And then yeah, moves across then to the wedding feasts and whatnot. But not before Kristen Cole, is that his name?
Yes.
Is questioned by the Queen.
Mm-hmm.
And my God, he gave that up sweet. She did not he, even have to fucking press that O. He was just
Random's
like,
name is now Takashi Cole. That's what his name is.
he
Jeez.
was just straight. It was me. Yes,
Yeah.
something happened. It's like, oh, really? Fuck's sake, mate.
Who is that guy? The head's son. He's a bit creepy, that fucker too.
Yeah, that motherfucker's playing the game though.
He
Everyone is
is.
playing the game now.
He's playing 4D chess, that man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even like. I might even be like the prestige where those putting on the act and everything. Like everyone's a spider now.
Yeah.
I mean, like Alicent says goodbye to her father, but and still like blames him, like you shouldn't have pushed for Aegon to take the throne.
Yeah.
And then like turns around and like still looking for answers and shit.
Yeah, which is weird.
And
But
then she
what
walks in. Huh?
what's his face said is true though. That if she does become queen and it's a queen ruler, everyone goes to war.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
yeah. I think that might be why she wore that gown. You know, when she enters the hall and then the king's like, oh.
Those are their colors.
But the O says the hand sun, the new
Yeah.
hand sun says that's the color that Old Town lights their tower with when it's
Yeah.
time to go to war.
Yeah.
So it's like, like when is she going to war?
But she's declaring war now.
Yeah,
That's what she's doing. It's not going. She's declaring war on what's her face. You could
open
tell by the
season.
you could tell by the way she addressed her
Yeah,
at the table. Mm.
Rhaenyra looked scared too.
Yeah, she did.
She was like for the first time she wasn't in that like cunning bag. It was like, yes,
Yeah, she wasn't
stepmother.
smarmy. I find her very smarmy with her stepmother.
Yeah. Well, that's because she always thought that she was better, and she pitied her
Mm.
position and everything. Like she was the toy that Rhaenyra had hanging around. Now she's a fucking problem. You know what I mean? She's like finally saying, "Oh shit."
She might have to get dealt with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Sir Kristen, fucking
Uh, whose fault do you think it is?
with what? Which the
The
fight?
beats. The beats. Whose fault do you think it is?
That is for sure Kristen's fault. That motherfucker let himself get triggered. He gave it all up. He spent one night with that chick. One night with the queen made him just like risk it all.
Yeah, but that guy was a little girl as well. He was a little
Yeah.
brat, that guy. I can't get what I want, so I'm telling.
Yeah.
Manda basically said, I'm taking my ball home. Like,
Yeah.
he's an idiot.
Knowing what it could mean. If I was threatened with gelding, I wouldn't be saying shit.
No.
Now
I
she
keep
fucked the
fucking my
uncle.
corn.
For sure she fucked him. And she liked it. No way, no, ain't nobody gelding me. Fuck that.
I'm fighting.
Ugh.
Yeah, no.
Um, yeah, he beat the brakes off that fucking guy too.
Yeah.
That was, that was some cool shit though.
It was cruel.
because like he beat the O to death, right?
Mm.
Uncalled for. Like yes, the O knew the secret, but I don't know why Sir Kristen, who had been playing it quite mum up until that point, was like, now I'm like ready to tell. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Like there's a reason why he did that shit, and it wasn't because he was just like there. You know what I mean?
I
It
think
wasn't
he
a
was ordered.
drunken fight. Nothing.
I think he was ordered
The
by the Queen.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. I don't know because the Queen did come to him at the end there.
Mm. When he was trying to commit harakiri.
I wish the O just did it.
Same.
I wanted the O out the picture.
As did I. But he's not part of the other, like later on, is he? There's no descendants of Sir Kristen Cole.
Yeah, I haven't
Because that
seen.
beating that he put down was like the mountain.
Yeah, I also.
Jesus. Like
Yeah,
Oberon.
yeah,
Oh no. It was like he beat this dude's face into a pulp. So that like literally pulp. His jaw was all detached and everything.
yeah. There was a big hole in his fucking face there.
Yeah.
But the wild shit was that they made those O's covered in blood, crying, fucking traumatized, still get
Mm.
married.
Yeah.
And then to top it off, the king just topples over and what looks like he dies.
He doesn't die. I saw the trailer for the next episode.
I was like, see, I'd straight away click off because I don't want to know. But apparently, there's a time jump for the next episode.
There is. Do you want to know how long it is?
I'm saying 10 years.
That's correct. 10 years is a long time.
Yeah, it's like dog years in Game of Thrones time. You survived 10 years on the throne.
You can't. You're not supposed to.
Nah. That's why they have the succession
That's right.
rituals so early. 14, yep, she's ready to go.
I reckon that's why they what's his face they put the little kids as successors
Yeah.
because in that time you can't kill them. There's someone always around them and all that sort of stuff. And yeah. So we might even see Aegon then, older Aegon.
He will ascend the throne, I'm pretty sure. I haven't, like I said, I haven't read the histories. I haven't looked at any of the fucking the family trees, nothing. I've been trying to keep myself like just fresh.
I keep
Family
guessing.
tree is confusing.
Yeah, I keep guessing because I thought the chick on the horse was gonna be like from what's his face's bloodline, a Stark's bloodline
Mm,
because she looked like John.
yeah,
Yeah.
the chick from the Vale.
Mm.
But I think one of the commanders there, because remember the guy that was at the wedding that questioned Damon. Damon, who's now going to go for the full rights for the fucking lands after he kills his missus.
Wild boy, man.
That is so fucking wild.
I'm gonna kill my wife and take her land and take her inheritance,
Yeah.
essentially. Wild.
We didn't have any any fucking hell, any successes. So, but yeah, he was a Royce. There is a Royce that is stationed in Winterfell as well,
There is.
and he's like the master at arms.
Yes, he is.
The O had the two
He's
beard.
Yeah, he's the guy that what's his face? He was there. He puts the beats on what's his face? Um
Theon.
Theon, yeah.
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah.
And then still has to sort of protect him at the same time.
But then Theon cuts his fucking head off.
Yeah, he does.
Dirty fuck. But yeah, overall, a good episode of House of the Dragon. I enjoyed it, man.
Very interesting.
Yeah. I really need Kristen Cole dead now.
Yeah.
Like, the O just did not hold it together. Jesus Christ.
Can't be trusted, the old
Nah.
Christian.
Not at all.
Mm.
And then finally, we got 3 episodes of Andor. This could be the show.
It feels like it.
It could. It really could be the show. Like we got sets in real locations that feel fucking epic alien. We get more variation in the worlds that we see.
I didn't see a Jedi once, and he's fired.
And Obi-Wan.
Mm.
And the dialogue does not feel forced.
No, it doesn't. It felt so natural.
Yeah.
It's Gilroy.
Yeah.
It's
It
Gilroy.
really is Gilroy because he didn't go at it from a Star Wars perspective. He went in it from like a character perspective.
Like we're
And it,
supposed to.
and it really shows because in the
Yeah.
first 15 minutes, he actually gives you reason not to root for Andor. However, within those 3 episodes, you're like, yeah, I think I'd kill that motherfucker too.
Yeah. That first those first 9 minutes were the best 9 minutes of Star Wars I've seen in so long.
Yeah.
Like it was amazing. The look and feel and everything beautiful.
Yeah.
Like it's a time period we sort of haven't been in before as well. Like just that just towards where they're building the galactic empire and everything and getting everything in place. Because essentially, if this was made later, those guys that went after him would have been stormtroopers and
That's
everything.
right.
Like yeah, it's just so good.
Yeah.
Even though there should be stormtroopers around, there's still a republic, galactic republic there.
Yeah. But they're probably the company that's overseeing
Yeah.
all
And
that sort of shit.
the feeder company, all those guys would go on to be stormtroopers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird because we get that situation at the start, which we haven't seen really since A New Hope, the original, when Han shot first.
Yeah.
We get to see the what's his face, the desolation that the Empire actually left, and it's just kids because everyone else is dead. There's kids running around like Lord of the fucking Flies.
Yeah.
You actually get to see something close to a Star Wars sex scene with
Yeah.
the couple actually getting up the next day. It was wild, like a Star Wars booty call.
That
Since when?
chick is a 10.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
You know, that's the girl from Morbius.
Oh yeah, I knew this. Come on.
Shit.
Yeah, she was sexy, man. She was sexy. But like again, wasn't just like eye candy.
No.
Actually served a fucking purpose.
Mm.
I loved the sort of who Andor surrounded himself with, and how they kind of knew the ins and outs of, hey, he's doing something shady, but we don't know what. But then we all support each other
Why.
in this town.
Yeah.
Like I like that on that planet they supported each other in that community.
Yeah. They were a community.
Yeah,
Tatooine feels very spread out and sort of disconnected and all that sort of stuff. LA,
Yeah.
essentially.
yeah,
And this feels more community based.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This kind of feels like they all know that they've got a hustle or something going on, so they help each other. Like I love that conversation he has when he's like, "What's the no questions price?" Like that was cool. Or when they knew that all these people were there from the Preox Morlana or whatever, and they're investigating someone for sure because they'd seen the message.
Yeah.
So the first thing that they do is warn each other, and then they fucking fucking destroy that ship.
Yeah.
Like they're all in it with each other. That was cool to kind of see as well.
Yeah.
And Stellan Skarsgård's character as well. I really, really like that intro too. Like
Very,
he's
very
recruiting
interesting.
spies,
Yeah,
which was
yeah.
awesome.
It's an aspect that we don't see often. We hear about spies embedded in the empire and all that sort of stuff. We never
Yeah,
get to see it.
yeah, and it's always recruiting a Jedi.
Yeah, always a Jedi. What's his face wasn't like, Mexican. He could have been Bond.
Diego Luna. Diego Luna, like the guy gets roles like I'm gonna be Scarface. I'm in
He better not be
Narcos.
Scarface.
He was cast as Scarface.
I know, but that movie hasn't been made and there hasn't been movement. So I'm hoping that he's not Scarface.
But like he needs to be more than just a drug dealer.
Hmm.
Like the O's obviously got range.
It
And
should be Felix. Felix Leiter.
ooh, but even that, like give him a new character. Like I love seeing dramatic people in mad action roles.
Yeah.
So I think he could do a lot, man. Like he even says that like that's a big attitude for such a small guy or whatever.
He's not that small though. He was taller than those guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
Like
he just looks tiny.
I think the way his frame is, yeah.
Yeah.
Because those guys were fed, they were fat, they were living off the empire, you know what I mean? Like
That was that thing that I loved as well, is when that guy, the admiral or whatever it was, like
yeah,
just told him to write it up, like what's his face, because he could see everything around it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And now that guy realizes why the Admiral did that shit by the end of the three
right.
episodes.
But that guy's the bad guy, yeah?
I'd say so, yeah.
It has to be.
Yeah. Or there's someone else that's coming up and he's like the preliminary bad guy before we meet
Gus.
the bad guy. Or it could be Gus.
Can't be Gus. It's
Nah,
too-
actually Gus is years away.
he's just not that age yet. He'd be younger.
Yeah. Stormtrooper or some shit like that.
Hmm.
But overall, you got 3 episodes sticking with this one?
Of course. This was unreal.
Yeah.
That action scene at the
Yeah.
end there was amazing.
Yeah.
It was a big action scene.
It was.
I won't tell you what it is there, Beatty. I know you haven't watched it yet.
All good.
But yeah,
Get on this tomorrow.
But
I'm
yeah.
enjoying this, man. Every Wednesday, I like it.
Yeah, but now I've got to wait until Wednesday to watch
know.
this.
And the next time you watch it, like, it'll only be 1. It won't be 3 episodes. I got to tell you, I enjoy the 2-episode release more than the 3 episode.
Yeah. As
3
do I.
episodes was a long time to watch. Like, that was a movie watch.
I wish they put 2 episodes together and then just had another half an hour after that.
Like they did back in the day.
Yeah.
Remember the feature-length premiere episode? It was just 2 episodes.
Do you remember, like, back in the day, like, if it was like a really long movie, it'd be over like 4 nights or whatever it is. And
Yeah.
Lawrence of Arabia playing for 4 nights over the next. Oh God, because that'd be like half an hour of ads every time. You know how much money they'd be making? The advertisers.
Fuck.
Big time. Or like, stay tuned for the epic conclusion of The Godfather.
Yeah.
Remember when the fucking last Don was on?
Oh God. It wasn't even
Stayed on
HBO
for like
or
a
anything.
year or something, it felt like.
Yeah, but it wasn't HBO or anything. So like they weren't swearing and stuff.
Nah. It's Joe Montana.
Yeah, it was. And then Sopranos
Well,
came out and just showed them how to do them hits.
Yeah.
Speaking of ads, one of the Twitch partners put up a picture and it was an incentive to play X amount of ads and they got 40K just in the bag straight away.
Sign up there, friend.
We'll take a month off each.
Yeah, take that off your hands for you. But
All
yeah,
right.
overall, it's a pretty good midweek actually.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Strong midweek.
Mm.
Strong. Yeah, I can't wait for shit, we got heaps coming out this week as well.
Mm.
See, American Gigolo.
Mm.
Reservation
Gigolo
Dogs
tom-
hasn't finished.
I told you.
I thought it had, but you know.
What do you call it? She-Hulk's 9 episodes all up.
Why did she say mid-season?
No clue. I checked it before and it was like, there's 9 episodes of She-Hulk altogether. It's like, the fuck? Unless they're doing that bullshit where it's like, it's 9 episodes and then it's just the wink and then 3 more fucking episodes come out.
And they take a 3-week break. They do that with Power every year.
I don't understand that. Not in this age. Just drop
Didn't
them.
they do that with Walking Dead?
Yeah.
There's a break in between seasons because it was like 18 episode seasons.
But that was like a long break.
Very long break.
All right. That is a wrap on all of the midweek proceedings. Join us back on Sunday where we wrap up the week in true Smoke and Mirrors fashion.
Mm-hmm.
I
So,
don't know what fashion that is, but we'll be there, motherfuckers. So
Our
join us.
yeah, it's the
Check
best
us out.
kind of fashion.
Check us out on all social media platforms: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. Check out our website, smokeandmirrorspodcast.com. And love yourself and love movies.
Vape more, smoke less, and wash your ass.